Yeah, I'm curious where do you donate your books?
So we donate about 15,000 books a year, like I said,
Yeah.
and a lot of senior homes here in town,
Okay.
and we donate to soldiers around the world,
Okay.
basically. There's a lot of small libraries in Northern California. You'd be surprised
Right.
how many small libraries in Northern California don't have a budget. They actually put the
Yeah.
books that we donate to them on their shelf.
That's so
They
cool.
don't just sell them.
Mhm.
And so we do a lot of that, and a couple of VA homes and
Mhm.
VA offices that we donate to. So just anywhere where people need books and
Right.
we can help them out, we do.
Cool. Awesome. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Is there do you have any of those like newspaper things that you might be able to show me after the interview?
Newspaper thing, like our
That you
advertisement.
did like way back when?
They're at home.
They're at home. Okay,
Yeah.
no problem. All right, let's see here. Do you have a website or web presence?
You know, we have in the past had a web presence. We used to have an intern that used to work for us, and she did some stuff for us on
Okay.
Facebook.
Mhm.
And then we actually paid somebody for a while to do stuff on Facebook.
Okay.
We don't so much anymore because what we noticed was the people that were looking at it were all our regulars. So
That's funny.
it just seemed a little weird to
Yeah.
spend money on something that our people were going to find out about anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But we, you Google us and we come up, and that's primarily what happens.
Right.
Anybody new in town has never heard of us. It always kind of surprised me when somebody's never even heard of us, as long as we've been in business. They Google us and we come up, and
Cool.
here they are.
And they find you. Cool. When you started up, how did you finance your business?
Cash.
Cash.
I owned another business, so we didn't need the money from this one,
Okay.
but it made money from day one. So
Cool.
that
That's
was good.
amazing. How many employees do you have?
Currently, we have my wife and I,
Okay.
and 2 interns.
2 interns. Cool. All right.
We've in the past had 3 or 4 employees.
Okay. Cool. What is a way you motivate them?
With a whip, no.
The cash money.
Well, everybody likes to get paid, right?
Yeah.
But I think that more than anything else is that we like them. We, especially with the interns that we've had, we want them to succeed. We want them to do well. And I think if people know that about you, if then they want to help you. And
Right.
so we don't see them as like employees that we got to push or prod or whatever.
Mhm.
That it's, when they're successful, we're successful. And most of the people we have, we know they're going to school,
Mhm.
and we know they're not going to work for us forever.
Right.
And so we're trying to help them build skills and learn
Mhm.
some things and they can go from here and
Cool.
go do something.
Awesome. Did you ever run into a problem with the law, such as being sued by somebody? If yes, how did you solve the problem and what were the results?
Thankfully, no.
Okay.
Most of the people that come in here are happy to be here.
Yeah.
It's not like a mechanic or something like
Yeah.
that where you didn't want to walk in the door in the first place.
Uh-huh.
So most of the people that come in here are happy to be here. They came here on purpose.
Right.
They're happy, and so
Right.
very
Okay.
rarely does anybody ever get
I want to sue a bookstore owner.
Yeah.
All right. So, what principles did you use to abide by the laws? I guess that's kind of already explained that a little bit.
Yeah. Thankfully, we don't have a lot of laws. So,
Right.
like the restaurant next to us, man, they got all kinds of stuff that they got hoops they got to jump through. They're always being inspected and stuff. We don't sell anything that's perishable. We don't sell anything that's gonna make somebody sick from eating it or drinking it.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's just a lot of things that we're not exposed to as far as the government and checking us constantly.
Totally.
So, which is kind of nice. And then just whatever, you charge a sales tax and you pay it. And you make the income and you pay it. That's where a lot of people get into trouble with the government is, it's possible to collect all that sales tax and not pay it on time. And the government takes a very dim view of that.
Yeah, right. All right, one more question. Well, 2 more technically. Have you ever sued anyone?
Nope. Thankfully not. At least not in this business.
Is there anything else you want to add about your business that I did not already ask?
No, I mean, it's just fun.
Yeah.
So I don't know who's going to be seeing this or what the purpose of this is. If you're ever going to be in business, it better be something you like.
Right.
Find something you like because you're going
Mhm.
to spend a lot of time doing it. There seems to be
Totally.
this weird idea of business owners that they're just sitting on a big pile of cash with nothing but time on their
Yeah.
hands, getting rich off the backs of their employees.
Mhm.
Actually, you're going to work harder than everybody else. You're going to
Right.
work more hours than everybody else.
Mhm.
And see, I work here and then I go home and I do all the book work.
Right.
I like it. We
Mhm.
like the store. I like that.
Right.
And so if you're doing something you don't like, it's not going to
Not gonna
work.
last for very long, huh?
Nope.
That's cool. Yeah, that's kind of why I asked you, because I noticed that when I came in here, you were very like conversational, and it seemed like you liked your job.
We talk to people all the time.
Yeah,
And
that's good.
I had somebody tell me one day, you realize that you do the same job for book readers that a bartender does for people that drink.
You're a book tender. Book.
And I said, what do you mean?
Yeah.
They said, we can tell you our problems. We can tell you this stuff, and you guys
Yeah.
listen. It's kind of like a bartender would at a bar.
Mhm.
So it's kind of.
That's
I
funny.
never thought of it that way.
I
but
love that.
Yeah,
I could be your marketing right there.
there you go.
Come, yeah, something like that.
Come
but-
tell us your story.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you.